Hey guys, Bink here with Bink's Corvair Addiction. Well, out in the shop here. Today is Tuesday. It's just before New Year's. Here's another day. I think, was it tomorrow already? Jesus. I hope all you guys out there had a great Merry Christmas, and hope you guys have a good New Year, and hope you guys got lots of Corvair parts from Santa or your wife, or vice versa, and ate lots of cookies and enjoyed your family. Here wasn't such a good Christmas for us this year. I mean, Christmas was fine. We exchanged gifts, and we had the family over and stuff like that. But River, our other dog, this is Jackson, our other dog had gotten sick before Christmas. She wouldn't eat, she kept throwing up, and we took her to the vet after a week of doing this stuff, and she was in there for the day, and they did a bunch of tests, and we actually brought her home, and a few days later she wasn't doing well. Well, she had autoimmune disease. She developed that about 4 years ago. She was very sick, and it was right at New Year's Eve, or New Year's Eve, I believe, is that night we ended up taking her into the hospital, where she had spent many a days, like a week and a half or something, and we almost lost her then. So that was 4 years ago. She's been heavily medicated and leaned off the medication for first year, and relapsed, and we had to restart it all over again, and got it under control. Had to take her in every month for blood work tests, and this last about year and a half, we had gotten it very much under control, where she only had to go in about once every 3 months, and was doing very well. She's the kind of dog that loved being out in the shop, loved the Corvairs, loved to crawl in them, loved to run around the yard, chase the rabbits, play with Jackson every morning. They would play tug of war. And yeah, so anyways, we ended up taking her back, and she spent another 3 or 4 days there. We went and visited a few times, and this was all over the holidays. So trying to come out in the shop and work, and then having to go run down there, don't get much done, but we love her. We don't have children. We've been married 32 years, and the four-legged guys here are our children. We treat them very well. They have even have health insurance on them. And so anyway, she was down there for 3 or 4 days, and we did go and visit, and they had said, maybe you want to come down and see her. And, like, yeah, sure. So we went down there and visited her on a Thursday, and she wouldn't eat for him still. She was on a feeding tube, kind of frumpy, not so good. So we brought her home thinking, well, she's gonna, maybe she'll improve being at home in her own atmosphere. And we had to give her, try to give her pills, and she wouldn't eat them, stuff them down her throat. Bunch of pills, medicine, all this stuff, and we had to give her an IV to get fluids in her. She did come out in the shop. She loved the shop bowl of water here for some reason. She drank it in the house, but she loved it out here. And she loved the shop. She loved the Corvairs, loved climbing in them, all that stuff. So that was a rough night that morning. She wasn't doing well. And so we took her back down to the veterinary hospital, and she was back there for another 4 more days, I believe. And she wasn't doing very good, really good at all. So yeah, we ended up losing her yesterday. So it was a hard day. He doesn't understand. He doesn't seem to miss her. It's kind of weird, because we know she would be looking for him if it was the other way around. But he's a Doberman. She's like a Rottweiler. She was a rescue. She was 7.5 years old. We got her when she was about 8 months old. We were told she was about a little over a year, but when we got her, they checked her teeth, and they said she's about 7 or 8 months old. So She was real skinny and thin. We got her through Desert Harbor Doberman Rescue. We were a foster, and we were a failed foster because we had ended up keeping her. We had another Doberman at the time, a real big boy, and they got along well. Like I said, we're a failed foster. They found her running around in Phoenix, and she was dumped because she was a unicorn. I know, everybody's saying their dog's a unicorn. She was one of a kind. I mean, everybody's gonna say their dog's one of a kind, but she's one out of a million plus. She was born a hermaphrodite, if I'm saying that right, hermaphrodite. She had both sex genders, boy and girl. When we said we were gonna go and be a foster, we drove all the way to the other side of Phoenix and picked her up. We never met her. I think we've seen a couple pictures and that was it. They had just did the surgery and made her a girl. So she was always kind of the alpha dog in the property. She always was the boss. And she was tough, but she was sweet. I will miss that. I'll miss her little kisses. So, you know, it's hard. Some of these guys won't understand, but it's going to be hard. So, anyways, yeah. Another thing that kind of upsets me is I first got in Corvairs because I bought this. And what I was looking for was I was looking for something weird and different. Of course, it's chopped, and it's a Corvair. And I was looking for something that was weird and different. And my wife Jill and I could go to a car show and take the dogs. I wanted to take her. And I don't know if we had Herman at the time. I think we had all three. And maybe not him. Yeah, we had him too. But anyways, I wanted to take her and the dogs and take her to a car show and do that kind of thing. So I kind of feel bad about that. I never got to do it. So anyways, that's River. She was a good girl. And now I got to play tug of war with this guy, you know, and try to get his energy out. So anyways, it was a tough one. Lost our little baby girl. Yeah. Her name was River, and they gave her that name at the vet when where they did the surgery. And he's a rescue too. Our first one, well, he's not a rescue. Our first one was we joined Desert Harbor Doberman Rescue. And they came inspected the yard, and we were kind of like on a waiting list to adopt a Doberman. And one they had cross posted in Phoenix on the other side that there was a Doberman, and we went and got our first one was Herman, and he was about 5 or so years old, and he was a hard one too. He was as thin as a stick, and when we got him, and you know. He was the best boy ever. He was never in a house, was always chained up outside his whole life. And we treated him great. He was one of the best dogs we've ever had. And he only lasted about 2 years because he was such bad shape when we got him. So that was him. And this one here, when Herman wasn't doing so well, we ended up finding him at a pound, and they found him walking around the desert, and he did have a broken leg that healed. It's healed a little incorrect. So when he sits down, he's got a kickstand, and he can't bend it correctly. He walks funny. And he had a couple hundred scars on him when we got him, and he was thin too. So anyways, I don't know if we get another one ever down the road or not. We'll see. Not now, but that's the little story about River, our little baby girl. And yeah, that's it. Now I gotta deal with this guy. All right. Thanks for listening to me cry about my dog, or our dog. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks, Corvair Addiction.